Yo, yo, it's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. And today is Friday night, and I'll be doing spirit messages for anybody who wants. Everywhere I go, they find me. Hypocrites and parasites. Somebody tell me what they want from me. You can't study evil. Let's see. You study pure evil. What? Da, 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 da. Okay, there we go. Hey Sherry, good evening to you. How you been? How's it going? I'm doing great. I'm alive. I'm well. All is good. I stay away from negative things and people. Trying to stay well and healthy. Hey Moon baby, how you doing? Really good? That's good. Yes, exactly. Every day is a blessing. We just have to keep the blessing going. Keep giving thanks. Keep knowing that life is short and just make the best out of it while we can. That's the best way. That is the best way. Hey Monique, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? Sherry, would you like a message? Okay, no problem. Yeah, exactly. Too short. You're absolutely right. Yes, I am. I'm doing spirit messages tonight. Okay, Sherry, let's see what I got. Sure, no problem. All right, Sherry. Doing good. Okay, Sherry, your card is Stand Your Ground. This card says, standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. Know that you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. And as I pulled that card for you, I do see like a grandmother in spirit around you. So I feel like grandma is around you and she's helping, if that makes sense to you. All right, amazing fruits. Let's see what we have for you. Yes, I can see that. She's around you. Okay. Amazing fruits. Oh, really? Oh, cool. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, it's good. She came through in the card there. Amazing fruits. Your card is reach out. Yeah, sure, Moon Baby. You'll be next. So Amazing Fruits, your card is reach out. And this card says, we know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support as much about physical act of accepting help where offered is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it is presented to you. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. So there you go, Amazing Fruits. Reach out to Spirit. They're going to help you. If no one's helping you in your physical life, then your spiritual life, they can help you in that sense. If you look at this card, Spirit's like there's a woman in Spirit that's putting her hand on your chest and trying to relieve you of your stress or your emotions or whatever you're going through right now. Well, there you go. And I feel like it's also a woman around you that is trying to help. All right, Moon Baby. Let's see what we got for you. All right, Moon Baby. You got dream talk. So you might be dreaming very heavily, or you might be dreaming about certain things. And the message is your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in spirit world can reach out and communicate with your signs, symbols, messages, and much more. So I would say in the next 24 hours or even tonight, you might have a dream that very significant. And if your dreams are giving you signs, then take the signs that you see in the dreams, the messages, the symbols. You might be seeing like 1111, 444, all those type of things. That's all spirit trying to zap you with, you know, the reality of what you're doing. You're trying to give you signs of when you think about something. And Moon Baby, I would say there's actually a lady around you that looks pretty young and she's got long hair. She's around you as well, I would say. Trying to get messages for everybody, you know, people that I see around you. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I just did a mediumship reading for a friend of mine. It's amazing how much people have so many spirit around us. You know, some of us have a lot more than others, but the significance of the amount of spirits we have around us is so good, though. It's a good thing. It means that they actually want to be around us. Because when you're doing the right thing, they usually hang around. But if you're doing the wrong thing, then they might try to help you indirectly, or they might be like, well, I'm not really going to help you because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I like when I see a lot of spirit around somebody. It means that the person's well protected, or they're really trying to help the person. So that's a good thing. I just feel like everybody should acknowledge them a lot more. Well, it's Friday night, and I just said, let me come on here and say hello to everybody and do some messages if anybody's hanging around. I wanted to come on a lot earlier, but I had a reading, like I said, so good. I said I'll at least come on because I promised everyone I was going to come on tonight. It's already past midnight. Absolutely, Sherry. That is the truth. I try to, I wouldn't say pressure people, but I try to really push it on people to do. I wish everybody would be like me and do that all the time. I do it every single day. I talk to spirit every day. I want them to know that I acknowledge them. I want them to help me. I want them to help, the people around me, the situations around me. I definitely want them to help me as much as they can. So I acknowledge, just the acknowledgement of them is what they want, because they think that, I saw this TikTok video where this preacher guy he said something that I always pretty much think. And he says, when you're in the world, everybody's talking, everybody's doing, as soon as you die, you get thrown in a box, you get thrown on the ground, your physical presence is gone, and your spirit goes, obviously, to heaven or wherever, and he says, who the people are around you, they forget about you eventually because you're dead and you're gone, and they move on, they go back to their lives. So he says, for an example, a mother dies. The kids don't, the kids move on. The husband moves on. Her job that she lost because she passed away, she gets her replacement comes in. He made a lot of good points, and I listened to the whole video. And what he says is absolutely right, because sometimes when people die, the people who don't really give a shit anymore, or they don't acknowledge you anymore, it kind of sucks. So he says, if you put yourself in that position, how would you feel? And I've always said that the same thing, but said it in a different way. I always say, how would you feel if you were passed away and nobody gives a shit about you anymore, and they don't even acknowledge you? So acknowledgement to them after they die doesn't have to be every day, but if you acknowledge them from time to time and don't forget them and honor their memories, it means a lot to them. It means that you didn't forget them. It means that you don't, you care about them. And then their spiritual presence, they come to you and help you. And that's why a lot of good things happen to people who believe in that, and believe that that actually exists and is actually a form of life. Even though they're not physically in the world anymore, but their spiritual presence can help you more than you can ever believe. And there's more people that are dead than alive. So you do the math of how much power you can really have if you put your mind to it. And I stress that to a lot of people. Some people say to me, "Oh, my mediumship is this way or that way, or, I feel like I can't see or I can't hear, or, things like that." It all boils down to acknowledgement. Yeah, Sherry, that's a good thing. You're right about that. The more you talk to them, the more they talk to you, and you think of them and you talk to them. And I tell everyone that you don't have to go through me. You can talk to him as much as you want and tell him everything you want to. You can write a letter and say it all to him, call him in and say, "Hey, look, can you please listen to me, mom, dad, whoever?" Yeah, and the reason why you receive those messages because you believe it and you acknowledge them, because you're in tune to that that whole thing. So the whole spirit vibe. So that's where you become an even more powerful psychic, or you become more powerful spiritually, or you just, if you don't do this type of stuff, you just have the power of them on your side, you know. So I always tell everyone, spirit's always there. You just gotta acknowledge them, because like, how would you feel if you're a spirit and nobody's acknowledging you, and especially the people that you loved so much? So that guy, when I heard him say that on a TikTok video, I actually said, you know what? That's exactly how I would feel if that happened to me. So, I always stress that to a lot of people, that spirits always got our back, but only if we, show them that we're interested in them still. We still acknowledge them. We still pray to them, ask them for things. That's how it works. That's how you get better and better, or you get a more life with value and trust, because the people nowadays and forever, you can't really trust too many physical people in the world today. So what's better than trusting someone who's already passed away that you trusted in real life? So you can still talk to that person in spirit and trust them, because you already knew them in your physical life, right? And even if you don't know them in your physical life, or you never met them but you know of them, then that's cool too. You can get to know them spiritually. It doesn't matter. We all have, tons of spirit. I call it the spirit army. I actually heard somebody call it that the other day, and I said, you know what? That's absolutely right. That's what I'm going to call it too. A spirit army of people all around us that will help us. We just got to ask, because God can't do it all, but God has the power to bring them to us. Billions and billions of people are saying, God, please help me. God, please help me. God just says, okay, well, aren't you their mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, auntie, nephew, niece, cat, dog, whatever? You're going to go help them, okay? That's how I feel like it works that way, Whether I'm wrong or right, I don't care. That's how I feel it works. That's how I think God operates, Yeah, I don't care what people think, At the end of the day, I always thought I was crazy, because I used to see spirit all the time, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And I don't give a shit who you are. Now not now, but I've embraced it for years, because I felt like, okay, well, all these people I see, they're got to be for a reason. I don't know who the hell they are, but maybe it's going to help somebody else. So that's the only reason why, I took upon the mediumship vibe and do it. But like I explained to everybody, they can only do so much. They're not God, and they're not physically in your life, but they can help you more than you think. You just have to deal with it. But that's my 2 cents on that. Is I think God obviously can't do it all on his own, so he has to send your past loved ones back to help you. And usually that happens because it's happened many a times. That's why I like social media, because people are actually like, I saw this video also when this person passed away, and like the balloon actually went towards the person that, and it was like, that's pretty much like spirit. And it wasn't a bullshit video. Like, you can see, like, everybody was like, what the heck is going on here? But that's exactly what it was, like a moment where, the camera caught that happening. And I think it's real, because, like, as soon as the at the funeral, like, there's a bunch of balloons, and one of the balloons like disconnected from the batch and went right over to the mother that was mourning her child, and it just sat there. And then everybody's like, how the hell did that balloon just do that? But that's what happens though. Like that's the thing. And then, I have them seeing that video, and I know you can't really trust everything you see. But that, to me, that's how it really works. But people don't really see it, or people have never had the chance to record that moment. But when those moments are recorded, it's just proof that it is real, and it's proof that spirit is real and will help you when they want to, or acknowledge you, or show you that, hey, I'm not here physically, but I'm here spiritually. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't until, yeah, I would say the same for me, Sherry. I remember being in Portugal on vacation, and I was about, I would say, let's see, I was about 22, 23 years old, and I was sitting on a bench outside of a pub, a bar, whatever you want to call it, and I was, sipping on a beer, and I was just by myself, and this guy approached me, and he said, "Hey, I know who you are. He's a psychic as well." I knew he was a psychic, but like I didn't really care about all that shit at the time. And he sat next to me, and he said, "You have gifts, and you shouldn't ignore it. I know you see things. I know you hear things. I know you can see spirit and stuff just like me, and you can be, really good at it. Probably better than I am if you want to, but you have to put your mind to it." And I could feel like the energy and stuff. Um, but he's more of like a corrupted type of psychic guy. Like I didn't really trust him, and I didn't really care what he had to say. But I told him, I said, "Look, I'm not into that stuff. I know I have it, but I don't really care. It's nothing to do. I was young anyway. I didn't really give a shit." And when I came back home, and I started to, it started to like hit me. It started to like really, I really like couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of like the spirits coming to me. My urge to shuffle a deck of cards, or the urge to like get into it, and I kept fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And I was like, "Look, I'm not doing this shit. I don't want to do this. Like, I really, really don't." And it was about like 2007 where I said, "Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. Like, I'm gonna go get myself like a regular playing cards deck. The Ace of Spades and Six of Hearts. Shit like that. Not a tarot deck, but a regular playing cards deck." And I went and got one, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Let me just shuffle it and just, I didn't even know what the damn cards meant. I was just like trying to. I knew what tarot cards meant to a certain extent. And then I met someone online, and I started to go to like psychic sites and see how people were doing things. And I was started to get interested in it, but I was kind of embarrassed to even tell somebody that I knew about things like that, or I had like that type of abilities or whatever. So then I said, "Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it on, do it on somebody or whatever." So I started practicing on my sister. She thought I was a nutcase, but I started to read for her, and things that happened, I would say that would happen, and it would happen. So she was like, "Oh my God, like I think you really are serious. You can do this stuff because you were right about this, this, and this." And I would say like around that, like 2007 was pretty much when I started like shuffling cards, and then I bought my first deck, which is this deck right here, and it's old and it's all messed up, but I still use it till today. And I bought it because I wanted to learn more tarot. It's got all the meanings on it, reversals and all sorts of shit. And I just started reading for a lady that was kind of, she didn't teach me tarot, but I learned from her because I watched her. So I went on this website. I'm not going to name the website, but I went on there, and a lot of people work on there. So I went on there, checked it out, talked to this lady here and there, started to get to know her personally. I actually went to visit her in person. I've spoke to her like 3 times in person now. We're very good friends, still are. And I saw her actually evolve in front of my eyes. And she actually, we read for each other, we help each other. And like she pretty much, I learned from her. I learned how to read cards from her. She's like 10 years older than me. She's a really good reader. People were like always praising her and telling her she was right. Same thing, like she always reads for me and stuff. And she read reversals. I think that the best thing for a tarot reader and a person who's learning how to like read cards, the best thing to do is to do upright and reversals because you're getting double the information. You can read a card upright and just remember it's pretty much the opposite when it's reversed, but you have to learn them all. So instead of learning 78 meanings, you have to learn double that. So 78 and 78 is 156 if I believe my math is right. So you can have 156 different meanings when you read somebody's life or you answer a question. But you have to learn it all. You have to memorize it and you have to understand it. It's all a storyline. So that's how it all started for me. And that's what I did. I just learned from her, took some knowledge from her. Then when I got my deck, I started reading, started learning it, started to memorize what they meant. Then I got a regular tarot deck with no words, no meanings. And I flipped some of them upside down so they become reversed, shuffle them like crazy. I saged them back then and things like that, did all those things. And I was like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to try and, read for people and, learn on my own. I didn't have no mentor or nobody to teach me shit. I just learned from everybody else. But you have to learn from the right people because a lot of people say the same shit over and over and over. A lot of tarot readers out there, they say the same thing for the same card, and everything means so much more than what they say. If they said it in the right way, then things would get properly done. But the problem with tarot readers is they say the same shit over and over, and it becomes boring. And I'm not telling you to change the meaning, but change your words. There's so many words that mean the same thing, right? Like for instance, my name is Mark. You can put a mark on the wall. You can mark this out, have a marker, things like that. That's an example. Every item, everything has different words. Same meaning, but different words. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of people is they use the same vocabulary, the same definitions. They say the same thing over and over and over and over. And so it becomes like that's the only thing you're gonna learn. So then you're gonna be a basic psychic. You're gonna be a basic reader that says basic shit. And yeah, it may be right, you may be good, but you're still basic. And I feel like people should expand their vocabulary and that every card means so much more than what you actually say. And another thing is if you visualize things and if you have that this is all my opinion by the way. Like, when you read cards, you might be reading somebody and then you get a vision, but some people won't say it because they're scared or they don't want to be wrong. But if you say it, it might make sense. So why not say it? Say what you feel. Sometimes we can look at 3 cards, right? And we can say, okay, I got the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and, the Judgment. Okay, well, in me, I say this, this, and this. But if you put those cards down in front of you and you just start, just actually take a minute and just, understand that there's a storyline to it. And you can give so much more information, then you can get so much more ahead. So my advice to a lot of readers is expand your vocabulary, expand, the meanings of cards. They mean so much more. And if you don't read reversals, start to read them. You'd be amazed how much information you get. Hey, Milk Tea, how you doing? New sub here. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do give free messages tonight from Spirit. Yes. Sure you can. I'll give you one right now. Right, exactly. Well, that's the reason why she told you that, is because she don't want you to be, left out, because people think, psychics are crazy. I see a lot of, like, there's good and bad in everything in the world, right? There's good and bad in everything. There's good carpenters, good electricians, good psychics, bad psychics, so we have to, like, pretty much select the right person for us, Oh, thanks. Yes, Sunny and Rising Storm are good friends of mine, very good readers, people who I like very much, very good people. Right, exactly. Right. All right, no. Let me see what we have. All right. Milk Tea, your message from Spirit today is take a moment. And this says, stop. Now is not the time to rush into any decisions you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So Spirit's trying to tell you that don't rush into any decisions, because it's very important, your next decision that you make. And it could be a woman in spirit that's helping you. It could be a mother, grandmother, sister, friend. Well, there you go. Spirit is real. Spirit knows what's best. Yeah. Yeah, learning and believing it and understanding it is a whole, a whole process. I've been through a long journey of reading and seeing things I thought I'd never see. But if you're open to it, see, a lot of people get scared because they think spirits are bad and things like that, or you're gonna bring in some bad entity. If you're a bad person, you're gonna bring in bad shit. If you're a good person, you're gonna bring in good things. Because if spirit trusts you, then they're gonna give you the right messages. It's that simple. You've been trying to rush into finding a career and it's not materializing, still stagnant. Yeah. With that, my suggestion is, first of all, do what you want to do for the rest of your life. Do something that you really want. Another thing is to not rush into that, because you might get the wrong job, right? All right, sweetheart. You too. It's good seeing you always. Take care. Just try and allow it to come to you and ask spirit for help. If you know what spirit means, then ask spirit for help. So the person that's in spirit, they want to help you find that job. But they're telling you that, remember, it's a critical decision you have to make to get the job. So whatever job you really want, make sure it's the right decision and the right job, so you don't have to look for another one in a year or two's time. Yes. Praying will get you where you need to go. We all go through that journey. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. We all go through the journey of finding we're at the right place at the right time, You have your lifetime to get it. When we rush into things, sometimes it's not the right rushing. So that's why you got that card. You just got to take a moment and just, Before you move forward, make sure it's the right thing. And I always tell everybody, when you get a job or you want to go on your own, have your own business, you got to do something you love. Just don't do something for money. Because if you're doing it for money, then when you die, what are they going to remember you for? Oh, they just worked hard and got money. I'd rather to be remembered as a person who had their own business, was successful, and did a good job doing it. They probably won't even, when I die, they probably won't even talk about money. They'll just say, Mark was a good psychic. He was a good person, a good businessman. He did everything properly. I had no problems with him. Yeah, he probably had money. I don't give a shit, but that's when he never talked about money. He knew nobody cares. Money comes, money goes. But that's just my opinion. That's how I view myself. The best thing is to not get readings at all, to be honest. The more readings you get, the more you're disrespecting spirit, because I put it to people this way. If you're asking, say you ask the same question to 5 different psychics, just 5, you're probably going to get 5 different answers. But the first thing I suggest is go with your intuition. Go with what I just said. Go with something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Go with what your talent is, what your desire is, what your goal is to have. Go for that first. And as far as getting mixed messages, that's spirit saying, damn it, Milk Tea, I told you already what the answer is. You don't have to go to another person to get the same answer. You don't have to come to me again to get the same answer from another person. Because what you're doing is you're testing the person and you're testing yourself. You're confusing yourself and you're also testing spirit. So if this woman in spirit has to go to every reader and say, damn it, she's asking again the same question. Let me try and get this reader to, let me butt in here and get her the right answers so she doesn't think that, she's never going to get a job or she's never going to do this or whatever. That's how I view it. That's my opinion on it. And that's why when I used to go around asking questions all the time to different readers, nothing ever happened, because spirit was probably pissed at me too for asking the same goddamn question every time I go somewhere. So I feel like they feel some type of way because we go around asking different people questions. My suggestion is to always ask the same reader, not the same questions, but go to somebody who you connect with. Go to the real reader. Go to the person who gives you the real answer that's correct. Don't just go to somebody just to go to somebody. So if you go to 5 different readers, the ones that are right, keep going to them. Out of those 5, it might be 1, might be 2. But getting too many readings and asking too many questions all the time is not good. It's not good at all. And some readers will probably hear that and be like, damn it, Mark, don't say that because I want money. Well, that's not how it works. That's my advice. So getting mixed messages means that spirit's not happy with you asking the same question. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but I understand it becomes like an addiction. It becomes like an obsession to find out the answer, because the answer we're getting might not be the answer we want to hear. That's the problem with this type of stuff, is you get caught up with asking a question, but if you're not hearing the right answer or the answer you want, you might be like, I'm not going to this psychic anymore. I want to go to somebody. Let me go back to so-and-so because they told me that I am going to get this and I am going to get that. But if it never happens, then obviously that person's wrong, because you went with what you want, but you didn't go with what you need. And my experience is the more you go to different readers, the worse it gets. Because you get so confused you don't even know anything that's right. And not all because a reader's good for your friend or for someone else, or if you're in this room and I give a message to 5 people before you and you saw it and you said, oh, this guy's good, let me go get a message, and my message didn't resonate with you, that means that I'm not supposed to connect with you. You're meant to connect with someone else. Because I can't possibly read for every single person on earth. Right? So we're all assigned, I believe we're all assigned to different people. So we have to find the right person, just like how we have to find the right partner. We have to find the right job. We have to find the right house. We have to find the right car. You know, that everything is all about finding the right things for us. So I always tell people I can't guarantee you nothing. Only thing I can guarantee you is my honesty. That's it. Yeah. When that happens, it's because, you probably overdid it. You're asking too many different readers. And I know it's hard because sometimes we want that answer to be the answer we want to hear. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. And thanks for coming by and subbing and all that. You're always welcome here. I'm usually on like every other night or every night or whenever. Trying to come on it more now that I'm freed up a little bit. And I always like to give advice on what I think we should do through my experiences, because I used to be the person who used to get readings instead of give readings. And I know how that works. It's good to take a break though, sometimes from readings and things like that. We don't need a reading, we want a reading. But sometimes people get readings because they're confused or they just want confirmation, or they want to know what they don't know, or what possibly can happen. But not everybody's gonna give you the truth. They might bullshit you so you can come back. People have to be very aware of who you go to. Can't trust too many people out in this so-called tarot community. There's a lot of great readers. I'm not gonna deny that. I have a lot of good friends on YouTube and on Instagram that do a hell of a job and are great readers and are very honest like me. And those are the readers that I recommend, I care about, I protect and help as much as I can. And they got my back, I got theirs. Because there's a very short list of honest readers out there. A very short list. A lot of people are just doing this for money and doing it for fame, likes, subscribes, all that bullshit. You don't hear those things come out of my mouth. I'm just here to help at the end of the day. If there anybody in here who would like a spirit message, let me know. If not, I'm gonna head out of here because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But if you want a spirit message, I'll give you one. And this is the deck that I'm using tonight. I've used it several times on here. Okay, good night, sweetheart. Take care. I'm gonna hang out for like 5 more minutes and then I'll go. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, well. Okay, when you're finished doing laundry, you can come do mine if you want. You want a spirit message, sweetheart, before I go? I gotta do laundry too. I got my basket right here. See, it's got a lot of laundry in there for me to do tomorrow. I did some today, but I ended up getting busy with all sorts of things, and it's not an easy road, you know. Yeah, the deck is this. This is a beautiful deck. I love this deck. It's actually very connected to it. I've had it for a long time. It's called The Spirit Messages by John Holland. Yeah, I always have clothes everywhere, you know. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not embarrassed to have all that clothes in the background because it's all clean. It's just all got to get folded properly. And I wish I can just like throw it in a bundle of fire and just get rid of all of it and just start all over again. But one of these days, I'm gonna like fold all that clothes and take it upstairs and get rid of it. But I just haven't had the energy to do it. But yeah, I got to do more laundry. Yeah, I donate clothes all the time. I donate clothes to my nephews. I gave my nephew a shirt today. I give my other nephews, my brother. I also give clothes to the Salvation Army every now and then, and to we have right next to my old school. There's like a Muslim shop. Like you donate things, and they sell the stuff to raise money for their for like their their cause or their religion or whatever. So I always donate clothes and everything. That's what I got to do. I got to get a bag and I got to put all the clothes that I don't want in it and just donate it. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I got to really fix up everything. I should have like a drop thing in the background or something, but I don't really give a shit, you know? Okay. Your card, Sonny, is synchronicity. And I also feel there's a woman around you and she somewhat looks like that. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence, it's reality. They're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. And I actually got like a image of a woman holding your hand when you were young. And this could be your mom or like your grandma or something like that. But the woman had like long hair and she looks like she was holding your hand and taking you somewhere. But she was very well dressed. Very elegant looking lady. Yes, grandma. But it's like a picture from way back. It's an image that I got from way back when. It almost looks like it was a really long time ago, like maybe 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, definitely look like that. That's the image I got. Almost like she was taking you to nursery school or something. I see like a backpack, and I see the lady was very happy. Yeah, she was wearing like a skirt. Like I can see the lady, she's got like a skirt on and a blouse, very happy to like, hold your hand and take you somewhere. Looks like she was taking you to nursery or something. In the background, like I see like a dirt road and like a fence, like an old memory vision. Hmm, it's pretty cool. Looks like a nursery school or something like that. Looks like a school because I see like a swing set, merry-go-round, things like that. Yeah, well, the synchronicities usually come when you're about to do something significant in your life. The reason why we get more synchronicities is trying to tell us we're doing the right thing, especially if it's like constantly the same thing. Or it's just them telling us that you know, we're about to have a big change that we want. We just have to do it. Usually it happens when we just finished thinking of something. So if you're thinking like of, something, um, if you think of something and then you look up to the clock and it says 444, you're like, shit, look at that. You know, that's my sign right there. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. But today has been one of those days where I've picked up a lot of spirit. That's why I'm doing the spirit messages today. And I did a mediumship reading for someone earlier, and it kind of touched me in a different way. It just confirms to me like we have so much people that we can count on, but I feel like we don't take that advantage of asking spirit more often to help us. I could be wrong, but I know I do it, but I don't think people do it like in a often way. I just wish people would like, even if someone said to me like, hey, I really do, talk to spirit every day. I want them to help me, I pray or whatever. I feel like more people should do it, especially if you know a lot of like past people in your life, like people that have passed away. I feel it's very significant. You know, I don't think that we have one person that we know that's dead that's taking care of us. I feel like we have a lot of them, but everybody has like a turn, or one person goes to see this person, to see that person. You know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. They run through us, they support us, they help us, but we have to acknowledge them. I just finished saying that earlier. I'm sure you heard me, but I feel like that's the more important thing is the acknowledgement. Like I said earlier, if imagine if you're dead, you know, and you're not getting acknowledged by someone you used to love. Hey, Arma, how are you, sweetheart? What's up, Arms? So I feel like that's a thing where people are not understanding. Is the more you talk to spirit, more you talk to your past loved ones, I feel like it's better because you're acknowledging them and they feel so happy that you acknowledge them. Because how would you, if you imagine if you were in the other shoe, like if you were wearing those spirit shoes, how would you feel if like you loved me and you cared about me all your life, and then when I died, you didn't give a shit about me no more? Like, oh well, they're dead, fuck 'em. I'm sure you probably wouldn't like that. So like, you got to put yourself in that situation. So if you had someone on earth recognizing you and talking to you every day in spirit, how would that make you feel? It'll make you feel great, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm dead and I'm in spirit, but this person's like acknowledging me so much. So that's why I'm gonna help them, you know? And they're probably gonna say, hey, you come over here, like, can you help me help my daughter or my son? Or, I feel like that's how it works. Like that's the visions I get in my head all the time. Like they're all out to help us. We just have to just ask or acknowledge them. I'm doing good, sweetie. All's good. I'm just here on a Friday night doing messages, hanging out, coming over this side for a little bit. I know I'm on Instagram all the time, but I decided to come over here and see some new people, different people, interact with my old friends. Because a lot of people that come on Instagram, they don't come on here, or vice versa. So it's nice to see a little bit of different people every time, every now and then. Connect with different people, different things. Hope you're doing good too. If you want a message, let me know. But yeah, Sonny, that's a good thing. Don't fear anything, and reach out to spirit as much as you can, and that's the best way. That's my opinion as well. Is to keep acknowledging them so they can acknowledge you. Sometimes I get like tonight, like because I did a mediumship reading earlier, like it connects me there, so I feel like I just keep going, until I go to sleep. That's why I came on here and I'm like, I'm gonna give spirit messages today because I'm connected with them, like on a real high level right now. So I might as well keep going. I keep the flow going, if that makes sense. Like I didn't want to lose the connection that I got earlier. So that's why I just kept it going. So if anybody's wondering why I'm not doing questions, I'm just doing messages because that's what I feel like doing today. You're good? Okay, good. Yeah, you can have a message. Sure, sweetheart. All right. Okay, your card, Irma, is self love. This card says now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good, it's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Self love is the best love. There you go, Erms. And also, like with that card, if you're getting like messages from spirit where you see, like I just finished telling Sonny, like you get synchronicities where you see numbers and stuff, and you're thinking about taking care of yourself, and that's just them saying, hey, we're here. Yes, do that. Take care of yourself. Especially if like you see, symbols and things like that, like circles and wheels and all sorts of stuff. But I also feel like, your grandmother's in spirit as well. I've seen her before. Yes, it's nice. We all have to love ourselves and take care of ourselves. That's the main thing. Take care of us first and everybody else after. Because we can't take care of nobody if we're not good ourselves. You're welcome, Erms. No problem. Anytime. Just keep loving yourself. That's what Spirit wants you to do. They all want us to do that, really. This book also comes with like this deck also comes with like a book, and it tells you like more information and more stuff. But I'll be here all damn night trying to, read this stuff forever. But yeah, it's a cool deck. I always recommend it to everybody. Yeah, sometimes, Sonny, I do read a lot of it. Man, it's like a little like when I'm not tired or I don't feel like reading. And sometimes I go deep and I give everybody like a deep, deep message. There's actually a deck that I want to use on here next time. It's called the Karma deck. And it has 3 different decks. It's got houses, planets, and signs, I think it is. And I have it. It's over there in the box, but I'm gonna bring it out because I haven't bring it out in a long, long time. And it's also takes time to do, but like it tells you like what house, like something happens, what sign, what planets. It gives you like astrology information, but you got to know how to use it properly because it's 3 different decks. So you have to shuffle all 3 decks, pull 3 cards for each person, and like you have like you ask the question in your mind, and the key words of those 3 cards together are going to give you your answer. But it does it in like an astrology form instead of a tarot form. It's called the Karma deck. Yeah. I definitely want to bring that deck back out because a lot of people ask me about it. The people that know about it, they like it. It is fun and it is nice to have, but it takes a long time because you gotta like do each individual deck separate, and you gotta do it in a certain way so it answers the question. But I'm gonna bring it out. I might do it on Sunday when I have more time. Sunday when I have some time, I'm gonna come on here on Sunday night and I'll probably do it. But yeah, it's a fun deck to use and to deal with. Yeah, it would be. It takes time, but I like it. I actually pull cards for myself out of that deck too. Yeah. It was a great gift I got from somebody. I was like, I didn't even know these decks exist. There's so many decks out there, it's unbelievable. I have a shitload of decks. I have too many, to be honest. It's too much to deal with. But it's nice to have. At least you got variety and choices of things. But anyway, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm gonna go sleep. Thank God I ain't gotta work tomorrow. I'm off on the weekend, so that's nice. All I gotta do is do laundry, as you can see. But yeah, I'll be on tomorrow night for sure, and answering questions and giving messages and doing all my regular routine. But Sunny, Irma, I'll see you lovely ladies tomorrow. If not, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And take care. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.